Hey friends, welcome to episode 2, season 2 of Sassy AF TV. You are gonna wanna hold on to your tits for this interview. Have you ever been curious about Feng Shui? I have, but until this conversation with Pamela and Lauren of the Feng Shui Collective, I knew very little about it. This mother-daughter duo is on a mission to make the planet a more beautiful place by combining the art forms of goal setting and Feng Shui. If you want to learn more about this ancient Chinese practice that is a great tool to add to your toolbox of mindset work, in addition to things like self-care, meditation, and my personal favorite, affirmations, then listen up and get ready to have some fun with Feng Shui. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Sassy AF TV. I am so excited, you guys. Today we have Lauren Bragg and Pamela Abbott Mushu, mother and daughter pair. How fun is this? I love that you guys work together. It's amazing. It's so sweet. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Hi.
Yay. Thanks for having us. This is so
fun. Welcome. Well, I'm really excited to learn from you today because you guys are the Feng Shui Collective. I can't wait to hear more about what you do, about what Feng Shui is, because in all honesty, I have no idea. I mean, I know like the tiniest little bit, but I'm really excited to learn about what Feng Shui is and how it's going to help impact my life and just help me take off in new directions. That's my plan.
We can do that. Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about yourselves, mother-daughter pair. How did you even get into working together? Feng Shui. Tell me all the things.
You want to take that one? Well, we started working together because we were doing independent workshops and attending each other's and retreats. And I would be a presenter and Lauren would be a presenter. And as I was sitting through her presentations, I thought, man, the Feng Shui is so connected to goal setting. So that's how it all began. We had sort of an epiphany. We were on a road trip together and just decided, I think you came up with it, well, why don't we work together?
Yeah.
But the reason that goal setting and Feng Shui go together is because what I think most folks don't understand is that Feng Shui is not just about walking into a space and it feels good and it looks pretty. Mm-hmm. Feng Shui is all about change. Mm-hmm. It's about creating the change that you want to see in your life.
And that's goal setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know, I woke up, I had a dream and it said, mother-daughter duo takes Santa Barbara by storm. And so it was like, I saw it so clearly. It was like a headline in either the Independent or whatever, but mother-daughter duo takes Santa Barbara by storm. And so
we should do an ad.
We should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
Shout out Santa Barbara Independent right now.
Right.
And then we hosted our first workshop together. So at that point, we weren't branded the Feng Shui Collective, but we have been doing goal setting and Feng Shui workshops for years. And then just recently, probably this summer, we decided to create a brand and do the whole thing and do the incorporation and all the things. So we're officially official and it's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what is Feng Shui? I mean, give us the lowdown, the definition. I'm a complete newbie, so pretend I know nothing because really my knowledge is like here.
Okay. Well, Feng, F-E-N-G, is wind. And wind is what you cannot see, or in this case, it's intention, thoughts. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts have energy. Shui is water and what you can see and matter. So moving things around. Mm-hmm. So when you combine your intention or the wind or the feng with the movement of matter together, it creates the change that you want to see. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of stories. In fact, I think we're going to write a book about these amazing.
Yeah.
They can be called coincidences or
magic.
It really is magic.
Yeah.
So when you identify where in your home certain energies are, and these pertain to areas of your life, you may have heard this part. There's wealth area, relationship area, fame area, career areas, health. There are 9 different areas in any given space that relate to areas of your life. Mm-hmm. And so when you start moving things in those areas, either clearing the clutter or just moving things around, and you're doing it with intention or your goals in mind, that's when those coincidences start to occur. And it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's the most fun. So basically what we do with Feng Shui Collective is work on your goals. So I have this 7-step system that I've used for 100 years. And it's basically a really
great for having done it for 100 years, Lauren.
Right? I know. Thank you. Right?
Looks good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so do you. So it's basically just a nice 7-step system that can be applied to any goal that you want to work on. So whether it's health, wealth, fame, any goal, if you want to travel more, you can work these 7 steps. And at the back end of working the 7 steps, you have a really crystal clear goal. You have all of your action plans worked out. You've got your accountability in place. They're scheduled. All the baby steps are taken care of. So then we figure out where your goal lives energetically in your home. So let's say if you want to, have a $10,000 month, $50,000 month, whatever, and you have a money goal, you're going to be working in the money and the abundance wealth area of your home, which is always the back left. Fun fact based on your entrance.
Fun fact. Okay, I like it.
So yeah, you've got your really crystal clear goal. And part of my goal setting, and I keep saying crystal clear because part of that process is also getting your goal clear enough so that it's easily communicated and connected with the universe, God, powers that be. So it's really important to get really clear with your goal and then to be really clear with your intention when you're working in that area of your home. So it's set the goal, figure out where the goal lives energetically in your home, get to work via clearing clutter, turning on a lamp, lighting a candle, etc., and hang on to your tits.
Done.
Yeah. So
okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
First of all, at the very basic level, when you're talking about areas in your home that create the energy, where the energy lives and that sort of thing, do you have to be facing a certain direction? You said back left, and my immediate thought when you said money back left, I'm thinking if I'm sitting right now facing the way that I am, back left is where my bar is, which is kind of like, that doesn't seem like where the money should be. Right. Or maybe that needs to be turned around. But anyway, is it when you're facing the window, the door, does that matter?
So standing in your doorway, your front doorway. So your entryway is where it all begins.
Okay.
And all of the areas of your home sort of trickle back based if you're standing in your doorway. And we use what's called a Bagua map.
Right. So there are a couple different schools, more than that, of Feng Shui.
Yeah.
And we practice what's called the Black Hat sect. There is another school of Feng Shui, the Compass School, and that is according to north, east, south, and west. And it's very complicated. It uses what's called a Lopan compass. And I think that for our Western lives and for accessibility, the Black Hat sect is very practical, easy to implement. You get it right away. And then you can begin to learn sort of in layers.
Yeah. And the Black Hat sect has been around as long as the rest of the schools.
It's been around, Feng Shui has been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we always get asked this question. It's like, hey, so who says what area is what? Who says back left? And so it's, I've heard you say before, the scholars that put together this school of Feng Shui studied and found that there was a pattern of where these different energy centers lay in a home based on the entry. And so when we're talking about Feng Shui, I also just clarify the goal of Feng Shui, in my opinion, we want it to feel really good. We want to have a tidy, safe, comfortable home, but we want the energy to come in your front doorway and for the chi to meander through your home like a river. Okay. So we don't want to get it getting stuck or balled up or shooting out of somewhere through a window. We want it to come in and river through our home. And that's a healthy chi flow. So just like, it's one of the 8 arms of Chinese medicine. So like acupuncture and acupressure, they work with meridians. And the goal of the acupuncture is to open the meridians so that the chi in your body can flow. And so this is basically taking the same energetic principles and putting it in the house.
Got it. And can it be in any space? I mean, can it be an office as well? Or is it only
100%?
Yeah. Okay. I've done many offices.
Yeah. You can do a whole hotel complex down to a single bedroom if you are living in a place with flatmates.
And even your desk.
Or a wall.
Right.
Or a cupboard.
So it can be a small finite space or an expansive. Could it also be an outside space?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
I've done Feng Shui for gardens.
Okay.
So yes. So when we do a in-home consultation,
which are the most fun,
we first take a look at the outside perimeter of the home and the property itself. And we identify where energetically your wealth area is and your relationship areas. So we explain to you where those areas live energetically on your property and in your home, and then in each and every room. So I do want to add that Feng Shui is not a religion, but rather it's a natural science.
And it's not just interior design, like making stuff pretty.
Right. Although
that's a
well,
really
especially when you're focused. I mean, when I think about Feng Shui, I think about, a really clean space that is uncluttered, that has intention, that things are in specific locations, which for my life, that seems a little stressful to have to maintain that. But that's kind of the imagery that comes to mind if I think about, a really properly feng shuied, is that a word? A feng shuied space, right? Yeah. So I like that it's about clean lines and, making the flow, like you said. That's what I picture.
I think a big piece too is feng shui is practical, the way that we teach it. So if you're a busy mom of 3 and, it doesn't feel good to have, a crystal vase balancing on a coffee table that will amplify the wealth area of your coffee table, like that's not going to, the intention and the uplifting energy isn't going to be with that base, right? It's stressing you out to be there. Therefore, the energy is going to stress you out all the time. Right? So like feng shui is practical. Like it doesn't have to be so clean and tidy all the time. But things that are placed with intention and it feels good. It lifts you up to look at it.
And it's very intuitive. So we can suggest certain things in your home. However, you may say,
that's not going to work.
That doesn't work with my lifestyle. So we always defer to our clients because they intuitively know what's best. We can give direction and we can identify where certain areas are. And I do want to add, children love feng shui. It's something about it that they just resonate with.
It's the magic. It's magic.
And maybe your children might be a little young, but I mean, I've seen little kids, 8, 9, 10 years old, just go after it in their own bedroom. And teenagers too, because sometimes when you're a teenager, well, all the time, teenagers feel out of control at some point in their lives. Having feng shui in their bedroom gives them some sense of control over their lives. And it's really magic. It can turn a sullen teenager into a excited, smiling, confident person.
Yeah.
And that is magic in and of itself.
It really is.
Whose child took well to it like that immediately is Anne's daughter. I told her a little bit about feng shui, I think she had had a task to go do her dresser drawer. And I gave her a little tip and, Anne's like, oh, I don't know that she's going to get that project done. She banged out the entire dresser drawer. She had everything pulled out. It was awesome. Yeah.
My daughter would love it too. I could tell. You can come to my house. You'll have to come to my house and do the,
we will
do the tour.
Okay, so what else can we answer for you?
Well, one of the things that I love to talk to women about, especially when, we're talking about, general well-being, right? And living a life that feels good and purposeful and fun and sassy. And one of the things that I love talking about is affirmations and intention setting. And to me, I'm equating what I'm hearing you say about feng shui and about intention and goal setting as very similar to using affirmations and the power of positivity to really take your life, whatever direction it is that you want to take it. So
I have affirmations all over my house.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they go hand in hand, right? So I'm curious, is your, collaboration of this goal setting piece with the actionable steps and the feng shui energies and the chi and the movement and the flow, is that unique to what you bring to the table, or is that part of a more common Feng Shui practice?
I think that Feng Shui Feng Shui needs to be done with intention. And I think that Feng Shui masters all over the world will tell you that. No one else is putting together, the goal setting practice that I've used for years now. And the power behind that practice and how crystal clear everything is. No one's doing that with Feng Shui. Not that we know of. Yeah. Not that we know of. Unless there's another goal coach out there that has somehow experienced how magical Feng Shui and goal setting are together.
Well, your method is so unique, number one, and it's so doable, and you've had such success with it. And then, part two, all right, let's translate it into Feng Shui. Mm-hmm. So it's the Feng, it's the intention, it's the wind, what you cannot see, and then the Shui of moving matter. Mm-hmm.
Salt and pepper. They go together like salt and pepper.
I love it.
Ham and cheese.
I love it. Ham and cheese. Yeah. I think we need to go back to tits. Tits and ass? I don't know.
Yeah, hang on to your tits. Yeah. She likes to say hang on to your hats. I say hang on to your tits.
Perfect. And your ass. Can we do all of it at the same time?
Yeah. I'm like, if you go set your goals and you go work in your home in that area, hang on to your tits. Every time.
Right? Okay. Yeah. So, I'm really drawn to the words that you use, Lauren, about freedom and power. Mm-hmm. And, Pamela, you talked about making the world more beautiful, right? And I think that these are powerful words that sometimes get tossed around kind of willy-nilly. I can't think of a better way to say that, but I love them. And I'm curious if you could give us maybe an example or a story of a woman that you've helped, or, a family or a couple or whomever, but someone that you've helped, bring these to life through your practices.
Yes, 100%. So just one little quick thing before we share. We always know who we want to talk about. We have a shining student of an example,
but we have lots of stories.
many. But I do want to say, so goal setting creates confidence. And in our opinion, there is nothing more beautiful than a confident woman.
Amen.
Right. And if there are a bunch of women running around working on their goals and feeling good and safe in their homes, that's what we're all about. And so, Mom, our mission is to make the planet a more beautiful place. Mm-hmm. And so, the beauty is not just creating a nice space in your home. It's, this confident woman that is, accomplishing her goals and celebrating her accomplishments and enjoying her home environment and just thriving. So it's a bit about living in balance and walking with this confidence that these two practices combined give you.
That's great.
Okay. You want to tell a story?
You tell a story.
I love stories.
Yeah.
So we have a client who, when I first got together, we first met her at the happiness retreat.
Yeah.
That was that was your first retreat?
That was my first 3-day retreat at the Good Land in 2017, I think. 16. Yeah.
So we met her and she was just heartbreakingly pitiful.
In a toxic, abusive relationship, single momming.
Yeah. And
lost.
The ex was, harassing her. And when I did my workshop in that retreat, I said that I would give a free Feng Shui consult to all the participants. Mm-hmm. And most of them took me up on it, including her. And so I went to her apartment. Actually, it was more like a little studio. And her daughter was there, darling, sweet little girl. And she had just closed her business and was going to start working out of her home. So it was just a mishmash of stuff. The kitchen wasn't really functioning. There wasn't any place to eat. In her relationship area, she had pictures, and she's an artist. She had beautiful pictures of single women,
which is not great in a relationship area.
Right.
Pairs.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did a little bit of work. We set up a dining area. We pulled in a table and chairs from outside. We cleaned up. I think that was the longest consult I've ever done.
Yeah.
So she took it to heart. When I left, she went through that entire studio, and there was just so much stuff, but you cannot believe what she did. Number one, I said to put your single women pictures maybe in your living room, in another area other than relationship, and put things in your relationship area, twos of things. It happened to be your bedroom. And clean out. It was kind of a mess. Like, tidy it up, make the bed. You could put new linens on there, fresh linens. You could use paint. Pink is a really nice color, or any shade of fuchsia, those colors in the relationship area. So there are ways that you can lift the energy in those areas that are specifically resonate to that energy. She took it to heart. And
where is she now?
So this client is 2 weeks later, she met the love of her life.
2 weeks. And this is one of, I don't know.
And this is
for the relationship stuff. This is one of handfuls of stories. It's so amazing.
They
love that.
They're married. They got married.
I was at the wedding,
and they just had a baby girl who is now they have 2 little girls, and it's just
her business is thriving.
Her business is thriving.
Yeah, and we're not taking credit for all of that, but
it is interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it interesting?
Well, but I did a talk this morning. I was telling you before we got on the call. I was doing a training this morning about getting unstuck, and one of the things that I brought up is, our brain takes in like something like 2 million or 2 billion pieces of information every second, but we can only hold on to a small portion of those, right? And so what we say and speak into action is what we start seeing on repeat, right? So that, I'm sure, is part of the magic of Feng Shui, right? That's why I love the power of affirmations in addition to this intention setting, right? And this goal setting, because you say it, you speak it, it becomes reality, right?
You attract it.
It's not, you're attracting it, right? You're not, it's not, it is a little magic, but I think it's the magic of the law of attraction.
Yeah. And that's straight up energy and science.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's all the Feng. And then the Shui is the matter, water, the movement of matter along with that powerful intention.
It's amazing. So she's our biggest cheerleader, and
she's our poster child.
She's our poster child.
But
yeah.
That's such an inspiring story. And, we all have shit that goes down in our life, right? At different times, sometimes more than others. Life ebbs and flows. That's how it is. But I strongly believe that we all have the power within us to make our lives as magical as we want it to be. But sometimes you need a little guidance, a little support from the universe, from energy, from friends, from someone to come in and say, hey, let's just shift this slightly, right? To shift the energy, to shift the alignment, the magic, the energy, all of it, to help the shui. And then that's what all, comes into be. So I think that that's beautiful.
So Feng Shui is, it's not the only thing in your toolbox.
So I call it the tool belt of happiness. So basically, like, you have a variety of tools of your, in your tool belt. And so
you've got your education.
Yep.
You've got your life experience,
your affirmations,
you've got skill sets that you've developed over time,
communication tactics, or, conflict resolution. You've got affirmations, goal setting, Feng Shui, fitness.
Right.
So when I think of it like a tool belt, it feels much easier. Like you were saying, how to get unstuck, or if you need that little shift or that little bit of support, I'm like, all right, what do I want to pull out in my tool belt to create the shift? And a really easy thing to pull out is Feng Shui. Just go get to work. And Mom always says Feng Shui, doing it with the intention, does tend to make what might seem like housework quite fun.
Right.
Changes everything. But, if I'm having a shit day and it's like, all right, just take 10 minutes, go turn on the lamp, dust off the light bulb, clean off one of my crystals
in a certain area of your, of your home. So Feng Shui, there's also destiny, right? So I don't think Feng Shui can impact destiny.
Right.
But I do know that Feng Shui can make any bad situation better.
100%.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So before I let you share about some upcoming challenges you have coming on and where everyone can find you, I'd love to know, do you have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 kind of quick tips that somebody could implement right now to really kind of assess their feng shui before they have you come to a consult?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Do your entryway. So the entryway is known as the mouth of chi, and it's where all of the energy is entering into your home. So we want to invite it, and we want it to be healthy. Yeah. Healthy energy. So when I say do your entryway, what we typically do is pull everything off. So plants, rugs, all the things, any debris like brooms or things that are just kind of living, dead plants, pull everything off. Doormat, spray everything down, clean the windows,
Clean your lamp, polish your hardware.
Yep. You can oil your baseboard at the entryway. Oil your door. I repainted my door. And then put everything back. You can hang wind chimes. Wind chimes will call the energy up, especially if you have a bit of a hidden driveway. And so you can pull all the energy in with the wind chime, and then we're going to increase the health of it by having healthy plants and just really nice, tidy things at the entryway in the front.
Okay.
So that's the first thing you can do is just set a project, take 30, 40 minutes and do your entryway. Another quick tip that you can do is just Google, or I'm happy to send it to you, but Google a Bagua map. And based on your entryway, figure out the different energy centers of your home. So take a peek and you will be surprised. Like, for example, my romance area is inside my laundry room. And,
that conjures up some images. I'm just saying.
Exactly. And I even had a little bin in there that said lost socks or lonely socks. So I had the word lonely physically written in my romance area.
Probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea. No. So just learning about the different energy centers of your home gives you a fresh lens. And you're like, okay, so my kitchen is in my helpful people and travel. And I really want to go to Thailand this year. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get to work on everything, because feng shui is very iterative, but you can just start to put the feng shui lens on and learn. And you might have some fun little aha moments.
Yeah. So if you go through your garage a lot of times to go into your home, start going through your entrance. Make a point of going through your front door.
Yeah.
Through the front door. Okay.
Yeah. Get that energy flowing.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
What else for a fun little tip? Stove.
Oh, yeah. So the 3 most important areas of your home are your entrance, your stove, because that's what that nourishes your family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Food, nourishment. Yeah.
Right. And your bed.
Right. So entry, stove, bed are the big 3. And the stove, a really quick way to sort of elevate the energy with your stove being sort of this powerful. Think of like fire energy, think of warm, think of food and nourishing yourself and your family. You can, first of all, make sure all the burners work and turn them on from time to time, get all that kind of flowing. Use them all. And then place a mirror over your stove, and it essentially doubles your wealth, because food and nourishment is wealth. So that's a really quick, get a little piece of double-sided tape or a little command strip and stick or lean a mirror over your stove.
Like on the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can lean it up kind of under where the vent is, or you can stick it right above it, or you can, anywhere. So a mirror essentially doubles your wealth. That's a really quick little tip. And you can get the mirrors. We use little hexagonal, right? Any mirror is fine, but go on Amazon. We actually have a feng shui store. Yeah. Where you can find your own little feng shui cures.
Nice. I love it. Oh, those are great tips. Well, this has been super exciting and informative. And I want to get the map and, now figure out like where are all the centers in my home. Cause I've been into the energy. I've been doing like the smudging and the essential oil, the crystals.
Great for feng shui. Absolutely.
Don't we have a Bagua map on our website?
We do. Yeah. We'll get you the Bagua map so you can take a peek in your own home. But feng shui.
And I can link that stuff too in the show notes. So if anyone else wants to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, Feng Shui is very fun and it's very satisfying.
You put the fun in Feng Shui.
Ooh. Oh, how have we never thought of that?
I love that.
That's amazing, Allie.
Okay, there you go. I want that as your new tagline. I want full credit.
I'm giving, it's happening. I will give you credit.
I love it. No, I'm
We
just
put
kidding.
the fun in Feng Shui.
Yes.
We put the fun in Feng Shui.
That's our independent ad.
That's our independent ad. I'm literally going to update our Instagram when we get done.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
So
Thank you.
speaking of Instagram, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, how they can connect with you, how they can become your best friend and do all the Feng Shui with you.
Yes, please. So we share a lot of fun info on our Instagram. It's at Feng Shui Collective. And we're actually doing, and we just did a new public Facebook group. So we have a 6-week Feng Shui fundamentals course, which was so fun. We just wrapped it up. And we Feng Shui'd everyone step by step throughout the whole 6 weeks. So I'm feeling very dialed in my home right now. But we had so much fun in that group, and that's just for the paid people with the course. So we just created a new public Feng Shui group. So that's kind of getting rocking and rolling. And then we're also doing a really fun, it's called Feng Shui Collective, the Feng Shui Collective. I'll link you.
Perfect.
Yes, for the Facebook group. And then we're doing a really fun 3-day clutter clearing challenge that starts very soon on the 20th of Jan. And it's just it's for attracting money and freedom in 2020. So clutter is stuck energy, and we will be getting to work in the money area of your home and teaching you all about how to elevate that area. We're going to create money jars. Mine is right here. Can you see my money jar?
No, I can't see
We're
it.
in my wealth area right now.
Ooh, I love it.
Money jar.
I
So we'll
like
teach you how to make that.
I like it.
And yeah, we're going to set your money goals for 2020. So that's coming up on the 20th, and I'll link you to that.
Excellent.
So that'll be fun.
This has been super fun. The fun and fun is going to continue. I love it. I can't wait to go check out the map and figure out where all the things are in my house and start doing jars and mirrors and, making sure I have the right colors and all the things. So
fun.
Thank you both so much for being here and sharing.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I love that you guys work together as mother-daughter. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
We love it too.
It's so fun. Yeah. Thank you for having us, honey. I love your show and honor, and we'll see you around at the chamber.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching another episode of Sassy AFTV. We look forward to seeing you next week. Bye. So are you ready to break out that Bagua map and go crazy in your house? As soon as we stopped recording this interview, I made a video walking through my front door and sent it to Pamela and Lauren for their professional Feng Shui assessment. We'll have to see how the Feng and the Shui make my life that much better. Thanks again for being here and tuning in for another episode of Sassy AFTV. It would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment and take a screenshot to share it with your tribe on Instagram or Facebook. And don't forget to tag me at Sassy Healthy Fit. Then make sure to head over to sassyhealthy.fit and sign up for our mailing list so you always know the latest and greatest in sassy fun. See you next time.